Hello guys, welcome back to the Future the video game. So, how this series works is we've already done Back to the Future we did Back to the Future episode 1, It's About Time part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, and then we continue the game in part 7 in this episode, which is episode 2, Get Tannen. So we've continued the game in now I could have done this series in any possible way. I could have done it as Back to the Future part 1, part 2, part 3. I could just name Back to the Future the game part 1, part 2, but I thought that was boring. So part 1 was the first chapter, part 2 was the first chapter, part 5 to about part 6, first chapter. Now on part 8, which is part of the second chapter. Basically, I will put them in parts, but continuing the parts as the game progresses. People may think it's confusing, but I don't think it is, so just let me do it the way I want to, okay? It's the way I like doing it, okay? The way I like doing it, okay? It's the way I'm used to doing it, okay? I love it. I love this way of doing it. It's very fun, so. Right, we're back in Martin time period. Thursday, May 15th. Now we get to knock the front door. Don't worry about if I'm hiding something, it's just like there's a hint thing there, that's all.
Hey, anyone home? There's something wrong with my key.
Please, not now. Tomorrow. Give me another day.
It's Marty, Dad. Open up.
Marty? No, that's impossible. Marty was run out of town.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Run out of town? What are you talking about, Dad? Let me in.
This is a trick. Go away.
Leave us alone. Haven't we suffered enough?
Mom. Get Dave and Linda.
They left town years ago, which you would know if you really were Marty.
How can I convince you?
Tell me something only Marty would know.
Ah. The first time he kissed Mom, it was at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance.
That's right.
Oh my lord, what are you waiting for, George?
I knew it! I knew it! Oh.
Stupid locks.
Marty! Oh my God, Dad! What happened to you?
What do you think happened, butthead?
Let's just turn the music down. Let's just take that a bit.
I thought we told you to stay out of town, shrimp.
Biff, whatever's going on, I'm sure we can handle it. Reasonably. Who were they?
Like you don't know Cliff and Riff. What do you think we should do with them, baby bro? What we should have done years ago, big bro. I'm gonna enjoy this, McFly.
Wait, I'm trying to process here. Where do these other Tannens come from?
From a mommy Tannen and a daddy Tannen. It's called the birds and the bugs, butthead.
Ooh, Biff! So now the Tannens are some kind of minor league mafia?
Hey, watch who you're calling minor league.
How?
The Tannen gang's the 5th most dangerous crime family in California. We got connections all over the place.
No way.
You don't believe me?
Biff, no!
Bang! Ha ha! Check it out.
To your family from mine, in gratitude for your continued service, J.J. Valenti.
That's Don Valenti, godfather of the Sacramento mob.
Oh.
The 3rd most dangerous crime family in
Third!
Tell me, how long have you been coming down on my dad like this?
Ever since that school dance, when Georgie laid Biff out in the parking lot. Shut up, it's not funny. Someone messes with the Tannen family, the Tannen family never lets him forget about it.
I got a question. When did I get run out of town?
2 years ago. Don't you remember? We made a deal that we'd go easier on your old man if you left. But now you're back, so the kid gloves can come off. Ooh. Hey!
And another thing. Why are you guys so pissed at me?
You don't remember? You've really lost it, McFly. Think back. The thing with the manure truck.
Which one? Here's what I still don't understand. Why can't you pick on somebody else?
We do. We pick on lots of guys. It's kind of our thing. Ah! Oh!
Here's what I still don't understand.
I know my plan.
What about my mom? I mean, how did she end up with my dad?
Beats us. Guess she has a thing for losers. She could have had any one of us, but she went for old Gimpy McFly.
Okay, but... what the hell did you do to my dad?
Your dad's been in that wheelchair since before you were born, butthead. And you better hope he has a spare, because you're gonna need one in like 3 seconds.
Bingo! Timed that perfectly. Guys.
Ah!
Oh!
Piece of cake.
I never should have let that floozy talk me out of rubbing out your grandfather.
Huh?
Kid Tannen!
Kid?
No one in Hill Valley messes with the Tannen family.
Marty, get in! This timeline's been compromised.
No kidding!
Oh my god, no kidding! I know, no kidding! Like,
Somehow, something we did in 1931 allowed Kid Tannen to escape his date with justice. As a consequence, the Tannens have been unchecked in Hill Valley for over 50 years.
oh,
Ah, jeez, they robbed the arcade?
We've got to go back to the day Kid Tannen was supposed to be arrested. Figure out what went wrong and fix it. Otherwise, you could be forever stuck in a town owned by the Tannens.
Not an option, Doc. Punch it.
yeah, they all, okay. They, go back in time again! We're going to go back before him. Now we're going back again. We've only just been on there last episode, now we're going back again. But this time we're going to stay in the past for a bit. I think we're going to go to that club, that bar club. Do you know that club? But for that club we need to know a code, which I don't remember the code by heart. So we have to figure out what the code is.
Okay, Doc. Let's run through this again.
Sometime tonight, Kid Tannen is supposed to be betrayed by his mole, the singer named Trixie Trotter.
That hot babe I saw coming out of the speakeasy.
Exactly. When she does, history says Tannen will be arrested by a rookie cop by the name of Danny Parker.
Parker. Hey, do you think he's related to Jennifer Parker, my girlfriend?
Could be.
Heavy.
In any event, somehow we've changed history so that neither of these events happens, condemning your family to generations of abuse at the hands of the Tannen crime family. We need to go back into Tannen's speakeasy, find out what's gone wrong, and get Kid Tannen arrested.
No problem, Doc. Let me just put on my hat and I'm good to go. Is the mustache really necessary?
It's essential. You can't let Kid know that you're the same troublemaker that foiled his attempt to kill me.
Are you sure you can't come in with me?
It's far too dangerous. You may be easy to disguise with your nondescript features, but ever since my daring escape from the police and the mob, my distinctive face has been plastered over every paper from here to Reno.
Nondescript?
I'll find a safe place to hunker down. That flop house ought to fit the bill. You can find me there if you need me.
Okay. Ooh, nighttime. Not really nighttime. Oh, we get to see her. We get to see her. Oh my god, we'll see her nation. Right, let's go to the speakeasy.
Pardon me, sir. From the way you're dressed and your general aura of seediness, I can infer only one thing. You're heading for Tannen's speakeasy. Am I right?
Yeah. Can't you tell me the way?
Down. Straight down. The last stop before the inferno. Unfortunately, I don't have the power to stop you, but I beg you to tarry here a few more seconds and listen to my song.
Okay.
Me, 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 me.
Alright, is it anyway?
You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care.
Guys, I love that song.
What in heaven's name?
Oh, sorry, Miss Strickland. Just a little
I love that
prototype
name.
gone momentarily awry.
Mr. Brown, why is there a dog in that vehicle?
Why? Well, to advance the human condition, of course. Hello, Mike.
Mike? Mr. Corleone, what are you doing in that getup?
I'm going undercover.
How exciting! You'll have to give me an exclusive sometime. Right now, I've got some souls to save.
And you'll have to get an eyeful of my newest experiment.
You're not angry about the rocket drill?
Water over the bridge. I've moved on to bigger and better things. Come by the gazebo when you get a chance. I'll be setting up. You won't believe what Einie and I have been up to.
Oh,
Famous last words. Alright. Now where's that speakeasy?
hang on a minute. I want to listen to that song again. I want to do that song.
Donate to the Clock Tower Fund. What's wrong with the clock tower? It's not broken, is it?
Not in the slightest.
Whew.
It's just painfully drab. I'm raising funds to commission a sculptor to place a couple of handsome ornamental statues on either side of the clock face. Something to inspire the citizens to do their civic duty.
Something like lions?
Or gargoyles. You can't beat a good gargoyle.
Hey, Edna.
Mr. Crockett, what can I do for you?
Okay. What's next?
What was that song you were singing earlier?
Do you like it? I wrote it myself. It really gets the toes tapping at the Stay Sober Society meetings. Although I suppose that could be the Shakes. Would you like to hear it again?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to
I
hear it.
knew if I waited long enough, somebody would request
I
it.
like the song, really.
You say you've lost your self-respect, but you should care. It's not too late to redirect and start to
This is
care.
so good.
Don't despise the good and
Hold on,
pure.
come back
Time
there.
to rise up from the sewer. Wash off
Guys,
all
I'm
that
gonna get
foul
my fist.
manure. Show the
Guys, I hope I don't get come
world
out
you
this.
care. You should care. You should
I hope I don't get
care
come out this.
what people think of you.
This is so good.
Of goals that you could name, reclaiming your good name is what you ought to do. You should care. You should care. If your reputation is in disrepair, it's not going to hurt you to reclaim your virtue, for you should care.
Yeah, you should care. That's a good song.
Catchy.
You really think so?
Yeah, it's got a good hook to it.
I know.
One needs a good hook if one is fishing for souls.
What's going on with you and Emmett? The last time I saw you, you seemed to be kind of interested in him.
That was before I belatedly realized that his agreement to host my Stay Sober Society was a clever ruse to ferry barrels of hooch to his so-called laboratory.
Sorry about that.
Now his very presence fills me with an irrepressible urge to pick at his philosophical and intellectual foundations with every tool in my vocabulary.
So you're not dating?
Dating? The mere thought of romantic involvement with that undisciplined techno-anarchist is preposterous.
Good. I got a hot lead for you.
Oh, what is it?
I can't tell her that. It could get him in trouble. Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh, what is it?
I can't tell her that. It could get him in trouble. Hey, I got a hot lead for you.
Oh, what is it?
Kid Tannen arrested.
Oh, glorious day! When did it happen?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but it's gonna.
Keep me posted.
Yeah.
What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
Saving people from alcohol, vice, and disorder.
What is it?
Also, keep a lookout for hot stories. You'd be surprised how much news breaks on this corner.
Broken any stories tonight?
Only the usual. Mayor Thomas trying to slink out of the speakeasy. Frankie Needles crashing his car into a fire hydrant. Nothing that'll get me the front page.
What's Kid Tannen been up to for the last 2 months?
Didn't you hear? It was in all the papers.
I've been, traveling.
Well, the feds were all set to arrest Tannen on tax evasion charges. Seems they'd gotten Tannen's books from his accountant.
I heard something about that, yeah.
Well, the accountant disappeared, unsurprisingly. But the feds still thought they had a case. After all, they still had the books, right?
Right.
Wrong. The day before the trial, the books up and vanished right out of the court's evidence locker.
No.
Lots of fingers were pointed, but honestly, the whole town's so corrupt that it could have been anyone. Court clerks, cops, janitors.
So Kid's walking around free?
Free, clear, and laughing it up in his new speakeasy. The feds want to bring a case up against him, but without those books, they've got nothing.
Whatever happened with that speakeasy arsonist?
I was about to ask you the same question.
Me?
Don't play coy with me. I may not have any journalistically acceptable proof. But I know you had a hand in Carl Sagan's daring escape from the authorities.
Okay.
Didn't you think that Sagan was innocent?
I used to, but after he escaped, 2 more speakeasies were torched in Colfax and Georgetown.
That's just a coincidence.
Coincidence? Or is our friend Carl a serial arsonist?
Yeah, let's talk about bringing kids
Couldn't a kid be brought up on other charges like, say, running a speakeasy?
In a perfect world, yes. But no one in town seems to care about prohibition anymore.
Okay.
They're only interested because of the lost tax revenue.
I really want to copy of this.
How's that song going over?
Oh, if only I could convince a few of these night owls to stop and listen. Would you like to hear it?
Maybe later.
I'll be here all night.
Oh yeah.
Do you know anything about Officer Danny Parker?
Parker? Just another soul lost to the twin vices of booze and despair.
Listen, I need that copy of the song.
Tell me his story for my column. Sort of a cautionary tale, but he's never in the mood to talk to me.
How's that song going over?
Oh, if only I could convince a few of these night owls to stop and listen. Would you like to hear it?
No, thank you.
Maybe later.
I'll be here all night.
Well, we need that copy of that song.
See ya.
Keep fighting the good fight.
We need that song, guys.
Mike, you're just in time.
So, thanks for watching Einstein while I've been away.
It's been a pleasure. He's proven to be a surprisingly willing test subject. It's almost as if he's been working with me for years.
More like decades. What's the story
That-
with the little car and
this
all his
is-
equipment?
Einstein and I are conducting a few experiments with this 1/4 scale model to work out a few hitches in my planned demonstration at the Hill Valley Expo in a couple of months.
A radio-controlled car?
No. Well, yes, but there'll be so much more than that. It will amaze the world.
How have you been, Emmett? I know I haven't seen you in a couple of months.
I'm great, and I owe it all to
No,
you.
him.
Really?
Yes, that argument I had with my father during our jet drill experiment gave me the incentive to finally quit that dreary court job. I've committed myself full-time to a life of science. Aha! Got it!
Got what?
I'll show you. Ready to go, Einstein?
Oh.
Watch this.
Okay, watching.
When this baby hits 23 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious cow flop.
Wait, 23 mile per hour? I thought it would be 88 mile per hour.
Einstein!
Oh,
Get him out of there!
not to worry. I've got a fail-safe eject mechanism around here someplace. See? Nothing to worry about.
Nothing. I'll go see if I can find something to help. Or someone.
Okay, I want to continue because I'm kind of like, actually, never mind. Yeah, I'll continue. Let me just do, shall I continue? Yeah, I'm going to continue for a bit more, but then end it.
Hey, Doc. How's the room?
It's a little cleaner than I would have imagined for a Depression-era flophouse. How are your investigations going?
Where'd you park the DeLorean?
I hid it in a DeSoto lot. Nobody's buying cars these days, so it should be safe in there.
Hey, who did burn down Tannen's original speakeasy anyway?
I still don't know. I'd really like to find out before we go home.
I never did get a straight answer about why you came back to 1931 in the first place.
It's, personal. When this is over, I'll tell you all about it.
I'm gonna hold you to that, you know. Can you explain all this? I'm confused.
It's very simple. In the original timeline, Timeline A, the speakeasy arsonist was never caught, creating one of Hill Valley's enduring historical mysteries.
Okay.
When I traveled back to 1931, I created Timeline B, in which I was misidentified as the arsonist and subsequently killed by Kid Tannen's goons. Einstein came with me, and somehow he ended up in the DeLorean when its fail-safe mechanism triggered, sending it back to 1986.
Which is where I came in.
Precisely. You traveled back to June 14th, 1931, creating Timeline C, a world in which Carl Sagan wasn't rubbed out by Kid Tannen, but Arthur McFly was served with a subpoena.
And shot by Kid Tannen's goons.
Yes. So you jumped back in time 6 hours, creating Timeline D, saving your grandfather's life, but somehow preventing Kid Tannen from meeting his date with justice.
Which is why the Tannens were so powerful when we jumped back to 86.
So now we've returned to August of 1931, creating Timeline E, in which, fingers crossed, will send Tannen to prison where he belongs. Got it?
Sure.
Good.
One question.
What?
Can you explain all this? I'm confused. Why didn't you tell me I'd run into your younger self tonight?
Because I don't remember being out here tonight. Clearly, your interactions with my younger self 2 months ago have slightly altered my personal timeline. I never had the nerve to perform public experiments like he's doing. No matter. Those experiments will be forgotten once I've seen Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Yes. Right now, my younger self is fiddling around down there with rocket propulsion systems for his demonstration at the expo.
The thing that'll kick off your scientific career.
Exactly. Now, the rockets are a horrible idea, and I'll soon realize that they'll never work. But eventually, I'll wander into that movie theater and see Frankenstein and clear my mind. I've kept the ticket stub from that movie in my wallet ever since. See?
Why?
Because it's during this movie that I'll have the inspiration for my breakthrough at the expo.
It doesn't have anything to do with reanimating the dead, does it?
Not the way you're thinking, no. But during that famous scene when Colin Clive turned the wheel that raised that shrouded figure into the tower and that bolt of lightning struck, well, let's just say more than one brain was reanimated that night.
Emmett's not having much luck getting Einstein off the courthouse.
I'm not surprised. Einstein's a smart dog, but heights give him the willies.
What can we do?
I've got it.
What?
Just get my younger self distracted and I'll handle the rest.
Just keep your head low, Doc. I'll be back soon.
I'll keep an eye out for your grandfather.
Sorry guys, but I have to save it there. Sorry about that guys, but I have to save it there, okay? Sorry about that guys, but we have to save it there, so yeah. Let me just make this bigger. Sorry about guys, but I have to end it there. We're going to continue this on... we may continue... Guys, I may continue this tomorrow. I may do... Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Sorry. I will continue this on Thursday. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you on Thursday for part 9 of this Let's Play series. So, thank you so much for watching. You know the drill. Over... If you know the drill. Here, subscribe to my channel. Here, check out my latest video. Here, check out the playlist. You know the drill by now. Everyone knows the drill by now. And goodbye.